Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? We are doing the good old fashioned talking shit, right? Because I don't have enough shit going on in my life. Let's just keep doing fucking shows. Why the fuck not? How's everyone doing today? We're fresh off of the Ben Stoner interview. I want to thank the gentleman for doing the interview with me. As you can see, the channel, I will include interviews like that, sprinkle them in once in a while. Have people that maybe not people that you guys would think are interesting. I think they're insanely interesting. Like I'm gonna have Joel Steele probably Thursday. I'll interview him, and then I'll cut it up for Friday so that the weekend could percolate. Then probably the most watched interview is going to be with David Clunkerton. Because the gentleman knows a lot about LS stuff. We're going to talk some shit on LS stuff. So how you guys doing? What's going on? Everyone in the house saying hello, and I got me a little soda that I'm going to try again today. I don't know where the fuck it's from. It looks like ass, but we'll see what the deal is, and I'll say hi to the people here. We'll get right after. We'll talk about everything. The interview. You think it sucked? You liked it? Some guy commented on the video, and he's like, "I was a good job on the video, but I was a little surprised. I was a little surprised you didn't go into the power limits of the stock GT350 engine. You fucking slug. We've covered that 5 million times, dickhead." So I'm just like, oh my God, you could, because I pay attention and I make sure that I try to cover everything. Who the fuck doesn't know the internal limits of a stock GT350 engine by now? Like, who the fuck doesn't know that shit? Ask the hot sauce. He knows the limits. So let's say, have the people here. We got Cluster BM, Angel Espinal, Douche Did It, John Cena, Victor Garza, Eliza, Coyote Fury, Robert Wise, D Rock Fox, Hung So Low, Angel Puerto Rico, fucking loyal fan. What's good, sir? How are you? We got Macho Matt says, hey, awesome interview with Ben. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. And we got Nawed Suck Dick. It's saying, great show. By the way, with Ben, the one-on-one interview should be on the schedule regularly, and that's the plan. Color says, orale, leaving a like and a watch replay later, says Wesley Stewart, Sam Bovey. Fresh Pastelazo and Fresh Pasteles are in the house. Paul H. Champagne Poppy. Hey, Drake's in the house. Draco. Kanye Asada, 508 Josh, Matt 2011 GT, Forest Cloud Killer, JD Swag, man, Deep Sing, Matt. Andrew Martin, 508 Josh again. No pregnant man emojis. I guess it's going to be on month 13 because if you look here on my, I wanted to bring it up so you guys don't think I'm full of shit. Share screen, Chrome tab. Do not share audio. And we're going to go channel monetization, YouTube. So see right here, guys, these are my emoji setups, right, on my channel. And right here, new member gets Cartman. After 1 month, you get Coon from Coon and Friends. We get Mintberry Crunch. We get, I think, Ryu. Then we get the pregnant man after 12 months right here. So maybe it's after month 13. So we'll see. Just hang tight, guys. Hopefully everything comes back. Excuse me. With SVT in the house. With SVT did a really nice thing. He shouted me out a little bit on email. He's like, hey man, I appreciate you guiding me towards Ben Calamer, because Ben Calamer kind of gave me some direction as to what might be causing my issue, as opposed to trying to sell me a transmission. So shout out to Ben, shout out to Wit SVT. Let's go all the way down, because all you guys are redundant ass motherfuckers. I can't believe Bondobird is still replying on this chat from the completely different time zone over in China, man. Good for the loyalty from that dude is stupid. Interview was great. Excited to see more of them. I can't wait to see the wide body Shelby GT350. I know that Shelby is on the gayer side when it comes to wide body stuff. This GT350 wide body, I gotta say, it's pretty freaking badass. Max Luthor, Bring Your Wood Screws, Michael Lochala, and EPA is in the house. Diego Flores, Paul Monaco, the ex-owner of my black car, Godfather, Ethan Boot, Selim, Alex, how you doing tonight? And YouTube Corrupt, the other mod, says 11 months, 29 days for me, so should be another day or two. We'll see. It might be the 13th month. It's weird. It says after 12 months. Who knows? Okay, guys, let's take a sip, start the show, talk some shit. We got Materva. Materva. It says yerba mate soda. 140 calories, way lower than the others, and I'm assuming the carbs are low too. 41, so about the same as the first soda that I tried. So I'm gonna try this out. Let's see if it fizzes in my face. Get the ASMR going. Jesus, it's like a fucking nitrous purge. God damn. Holy shit, this is no joke. Oh, this is cola champagne. Oh, this is cola champagne. This is not cola champagne. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. What in the fuck is this? Okay. If you've ever worked at a fast food joint, when you first change the syrup bag and the mix is off between the carbonated water and the syrup, when it has heavy on the syrup, that's the taste I get. I think the aftertaste is not going to be good. So the more I drink it, the better it is. Can't really compare it to anything, honestly. It has its own kind of distinctive taste. It smells like cola champagne, if you know what cola champagne is. If you guys are very Puerto Rican, you know what cola champagne is. And it's not root beer-ish. It's almost like in between cola champagne and root beer. So that's one of those things where, yeah, that one is definitely an acquired taste. Yeah, this is definitely different. This is definitely not a soda. I wouldn't expect a Coca-Cola taste or Pepsi or Diet or Zero taste. It's literally doesn't taste like jelly beans. It's literally between root beer and cola champagne, something in the middle. So hopefully you guys, fuck, the more I drink it, the it's like odd. It's like I want to keep drinking it, but I know it's like weird. Okay, so a lot of you guys saw that today at 2 or 1:51 p.m. or so, I aired the interview with Ben Stoner. It was a one-on-one interview. A lot of people probably asking, didn't know about him or why was he the first interview? Well, this is why. When I met Ben Stoner, I met him at Bowling Green. The moment I shook his hand and he started talking, have you guys ever met anyone that is in the pocket and with it right away? In the pocket and with it right away. The guy was just in the conversation, very smart. You could tell that he was just not some typical industry dummy. You've met the industry dummies that don't know anything, but they just sell parts and products, rat fucks. But this guy was like, told me intricate details of the product and kind of told me about Jam Maker when it was in its single turbo phase back at Bowling Green. And he sounded like a businessman. So after seeing his growth, I'm like, oh my God, I got to interview the guy because I think he'd be really good on camera. And fuck, he didn't disappoint. I said, look, if you want to loosen up and feel good about the situation, grab a drink. And he got himself an old fashioned in his office, very comfortable, some earbuds and a fully charged phone. Dude was on it, and I appreciated everything he did. Thank you so much. You really, really, I mean, I listened to the interview 3 or 4 times. I was like, wow, I thought he did so good. Not me. I thought he did so well, and it only helps my channel. And hopefully he gets a little bit of a bump his way because recognition is definitely overdue with him. Not a lot of shops I can give shout outs like that to that I think, look, there's a lot of shops out there, but Ben Stoner's shop, obviously you guys know, is different, or at least the product that he's putting out there. And I wanted to showcase some of the stuff that's going on over there. Okay. Matt 2011 GT says, well, dude has business skills and happens to like cars, brings that legit mindset to what he does to the industry. Exactly. More people like him in the industry, less crook ass, rat ass motherfuckers, 100%. Because most of the industry is rat ass, crooked ass motherfuckers. Okay. So 21 F150 Coyote engine. I don't know what's going on, but I received some photos today, guys, that I thought were pretty funny. I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm just gonna show you what I saw and explain it, and maybe you guys can help me along, explain why this is a thing. Maybe there's some Ford techs that know, maybe someone like a Jared Wells. Who knows? Share screen, Chrome tab, Facebook. No, do not share audio. And here we go. Okay, so this, you guys are looking at it on your screen. This is obviously the coil cam cover to the cylinder head. What are we looking at right there? What is going on right there between the cam coil cover and the actual head? Looks like it's a fucking spacer, right? Look at it really closely. There's a gap. So, yeah, Chase, thank you. Chase picked it up. Why is there a spacer there on an 21 F-150? Does the motor need to sit higher? Like, why is there a spacer? I need this explained. A spacer? And then you go to the next slide. That is your fucking coil, dude. Coil is as long as half my dick, soft. Soft, I'm like that. So I'm like, okay, so what did the spark plug look like? What does the spark plug look like? We're back to three valve. We have gone back to the future. Doc, is that a DeLorean? Uh, so I'm like, not only do we have spark plugs, like Mandingo designed these. What do you? Yeah. What's the part number for the 21 F150 coil on plug? Mandgo 5.0. Mandingo 5.0. Yeah, the Mandingo coil. Why? Like, why? Please tell me why. Someone said room for horsepower to leak out. That's what I'm saying, son. Like, why have a spacer there? So why are the three valve spark plugs back in play? What is going on? Why do we have three valve spark plugs basically back? So that's the spark plug for a 21 F150. That's the coil, Mandingo coil, and oh my god, 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 Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. We got this guy here. Why is there a spacer? I don't get it. I need shit answered for it. So yeah, if you guys know why the hell that's going on, shout out to Michael Bibis from HPJ for the photos. Thank you very much. What is going on with that? Like, I don't understand why that's a thing. Like, I'm blown away by it. And explain. I need to know, please, please, please. I don't understand why the massive long coil, the stupid redesigned spark plug, and then a spacer between the cam cover and the head. I don't get it. Pat the one, perfect example. Why three valve spark plugs? Because Ford. Cylinder on demand. The head is different. Okay, why is there a spacer? Someone said the camshaft journal base, says HTFU grad. So they just shoved the spacer on the motherfucker? Doesn't that? And I don't get why the cylinder on demand would be different on the head. Is it a mechanical difference? Is it something in that spacer that allows COD, which, by the way, fucking Chevy disables? Like, the first thing tuners do is disable cylinder on demand. Why is F-150 even fucking with that shit? It's just ridiculous. Thanks for the video. I had a shitty day at work. Hopefully the Ben Stoner interview kind of entertained you for an hour. I think the added chip for cylinder deactivation, definitely those new BBJ increased runner length. Who knows exactly? Come on, guys, hit the like button. Um, Ford is using Koenigsegg free valve technology. Yeah, you wish. Ford had to put the spacer because it had DOD, just like GM Motors. But explain to me why there's a spacer and what does the spacer do? Like, is it because is there something in the spacer that allows or disallows or enables or disables the DOD? And then if it does, why, I am not buying that fucking truck. Are you fucking insane? Cylinder displacement on demand or cylinder on demand. Fuck that shit. Kelly Aiken, and not Kelly Aiken, says, "Catch me outside, bro. I'll snap you like a twig." No, you won't. Even though we know that's probably EPA or CJ built from CJ, CJ built from Pony Parts, one of the guys. Listen, valve clearance trying to get a longer stroke, I guess. Oh, that's right. They're going DOD. Exactly. Great interview, Alex's Godfather. I was interested in learning about Fat House Fab and how they started. Big fan of Jam Maker. You're a great interviewer, man. You actually let Mr. Stoner talk. That's the thing. When I interview somebody, they have to be the star. Now, there's going to be interviews, guys, where I am struggling with the person and I have to pull, like pulling teeth. So get ready. Some interviews might be full of people that have no personality and are just really not well on camera and not really cooperative, but it's part of the interview process. So no big deal. The three valve was just so good that Ford is trying to turn the Coyote back into the three valve. Hey Alex, off topic. How much would you want for the old GT500 wheels? Trying to get off my poverty stars, bro. They're S71s. Obviously, they've been drilled in the back. I might sell the fronts too. I might sell them as a set to get at least, I don't know what. I mean, my bead blocks were close to $2,800, just the beadlocks. Um, and then the fronts, they're 17s. So I don't think they'll fit with your car. You know what I mean? I think if you have a Brembo brakes on your car, the 17 fronts won't fit. I think you need 18s on your car. So you might just be interested in the rears, and I'd rather sell them as a set. Do you know what I'm saying? I keep a broken 3 valve in my toolbox just for show and tell. Maybe the spacers for less horsepower numbers that they're coming out with. It's a mechanical difference. The cap is taller with a variable cam for cylinder deactivation. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan Vince. So there is a cylinder deactivation cap with a variable cam for cylinder. Yeah, okay. So the cap is taller, the actual cap. So they have changed mechanically, and I'm sure they just shoved stuff on top of a Coyote motor and basically jerry rigged. You guys in the South use a completely different word, jerry rigged, like Jerry's kids. Something that, look, I can see. Look, Chevy had issues with cylinder on demand or DOD. Ford is going to have issues with that. I guarantee it. Are the camshaft caps all one tray now? The spacer is basically the cam cap. Understood. Thank you very much. The cam caps are taller. Excellent. B Turvey can explain. Yeah, B Turvey, tell me how this is the same as a Shelby GT 350 from 1960 something. Someone eyeballed that thing and decided to throw a spacer in it. Timothy Fush, 2020 Dodge Ram 5000 heavies have the same cylinder deactivation. Checking in, Overwatch later. Michael Dunn says, I think Alex is right. Probably Mandingo design. And Tyler Hornsby says, that's gay Dodge shit. Alexi B, someone said FKA. I would love to double check on WSM. It's been months since I looked at it. HCFU grad says, iBox spacer base houses a DOD solenoid like a valve body of sorts. Oof, that sounds terrible. All right, brother, you're out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I have to get rid of the fake Kelly Aiken account because he's just going to annoy me because he's trying to get attention and he gets fucking tossed. Real simple. VMS skinnies for sale. Hit me up. We'll ship at your cost, $400 on Instagram. Hit up Cubing for some VMS poverty stars, super duper family dollar stars. You were a good interviewer, but you also had good interviewee, dude. Like, I was blown away that people are still complaining. Listen, guys, there are people still complaining that that interview wasn't good enough. And I'm like, dude, there's nothing I could do about that. Okay. I think it was excellent. I listened to it 3 times and I was like, man, it was so good. It flowed really well. I'd like to have him on more often if he has more parts to push or anything. If he just wants to pop on and talk about a certain subject matter. If he wanted to stream in right now, I stream him in right now, talk a little bit, and then he can go. But some guys like, oh, everything was awesome, but I'm like, dude, do you know how much of a setup that is to like complain about a free fucking interview with a ton of information? Oh my God, the people out there blow my fucking mind. I want to see Alex interview Stang mode. After 2 minutes, Stang mode, dude, this interview's over. No, I mean, there's nothing to interview him about. Like, what? He's not pushing any product. He's not an influential person in my world. He's an influential person probably for younger guys that don't really know all that much. And he's more of an entertainer, I guess. But like, in terms of interviewing him, what the fuck are we going to talk about? Hey, how'd it feel blowing up a GT500 motor twice and being the only one that did that on the planet? Alex, if someone is not cooperative, then why would she agree to the interview in the first place? Pat the one, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised that there are people out there that you think are going to look. I've talked to people. Look, Pat the one. When you talk to people, you know when they're in the pocket or not. You know when they're legit people or not. You know when they actually have good communication skills. And then you can go, wow, this guy would be really good on camera or interviewing or just shoot the shit for a while. Some people just did something awesome or are really talented at, something, and you want to talk to them. And then when you find out, when you start talking to them, you're like, bro, you got to bring your fucking game, bro. You got to like talk a lot and you got to like keep because you could tell Ben Stoner's brain was working because he didn't know. We had no setup. It was like, boom, camera's on, let's talk. And that's perfect because I get his genuine reaction and answer to everything. Give him the big thoughts. It's tall head instead of tall deck. What SVT says, too easy. Thank you, sir. Didn't even think of that. I forgot that yours has different brakes. Now, yes, I have Willwood brakes in the front. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. Alex says, okay, I think your interview kicked ass. Thanks, says Gregory. If I had big boy money, I'd send my 350 through Fat House Fab, and they put some high quality race car parts. Absolutely. Yeah, the rubber oil pump belts are snapping in cold environments. It's bad. Jonathan Vince says the rubber oil pump belts are snapping in cold environments. It's bad. Good job, Ford. You have gone to the fucking shitter. I guarantee the Coyote is going to be ruined from 21 and up, maybe 22 and up. It's going to be a piece of shit, choked, ruined, EPA'd up the ass to try to make it compliant with bullshit laws. And it's going to be, you're going to look back at 19, 18, or 19, because 18 is trash. 19, 20 as like the best Gen 3, and then 15 to 17 as the best overall, period. Jay Walker says, I enjoyed the interview. Nice format change. Thank you, sir. You can interview Stang Chode on what beard products he promotes. Just let your soul glow. No, I'm good. Alex, you need Sasquatch EcoBoost Bronco. And RLG term never made sense to me. Black people never jank things together. Mexicans and whites do. I agree. Michael Nunn. I agree. I just think racism is prevalent anywhere. Why is stick shift racing not? Why is stick shift street racing not a thing? I don't know where you live, bro, but roll racers, stick shift stuff, they do that shit here all the time. Do you mean dig stuff though? They'll change it to 0W0 oil for cold climate. The interview was awesome. I watched the whole thing. I watched it twice too, says JD Swag. Diego Flores says, but Alex, we want Joe Rogan studio quality interviews. Exactly. Like people go, well, it's no Joe Rogan. Motherfucker. The guy has like a 500,000, maybe $1 million studio. People, producers, they have, a small team in the background. And I'm just some fucking dude in a fucking ghetto apartment in Riviera. 2021 and up, five horsepower and 10 foot-pounds with cylinder deactivation. Rubber oil pump belt. Great job, Ford. Well, you can look at it this way. If the oil pump gear fails, it won't grenade the motor. But is there a fail-safe that when you lose oil pressure, like the car won't start? Like what happens when the oil pump belt breaks? Does it just keep running without oil pressure? That'd be weird. Sam K says interview quality was perfectly fine. That's what I thought. The interview was great, says Jared Wells. Fat House definitely has some things I'm interested in, like the cooling catch can. Really good idea. If Alex had Joe Rogan cash, this shit would be lit, bro. But you got to get there. You got to get there, and then the more often you do, the more popular you get, the more targets you have on your back. Look at me now. Before I had a show like this is funny. This show's kind of funny. Before I had the show, people were trying to get me fired left and right. Rap fuck shops trying to rap me out on dumb shit. And I was like, okay, now that I've gotten popular in my realm, they don't dare talk shit because now I have the power. And I'm not going to say I can make or break people, and I would never use that for, in a negative way. But you can tell that the shops are nice and fucking quiet now. Nice and fucking quiet now. Phil, they're going to go backwards. Make sure you buy new and don't have it much longer past that loan amount. I need to find those roll races in Boca Tavero. Joe Rogan is a nut hugger. I mean, look, Joe Rogan, great interviewer, guy loaded. Trust me, you would suck anyone's dick. You'd get fucked in the toilet after having the honey bun in the cot to be Joe Rogan. Absolutely. His money, his influence, absolutely. Don't worry, guys. It's Kevlar. It's Kev. Okay. Where's the Kevlar comment? Fuck, dude. Forget it. It's gone. It's like 500, like 5 zillion comments just came through. Alex, EcoSport has an SSM for the oil pump belt breaking, and you automatically replace the long block. Same would be applied to the 5.0 as far as warranty goes for us. Eric Vega says that basically service bulletin that if the oil pump belt breaks, you replace the motor. Good job, Ford. Good job, Ford. Good job, Ford. Don't worry, guys. It's a Kevlar infused rubber belt that'll last 80 more weeks than expected. 2, it can blow up when you put your Whipple on, says Cluster BM. I thought the interview was great. Both of you guys were comfortable and it flowed well. A lot of podcast interviewers tries too hard and doesn't have the right questions. Can't wait for more. I don't have anything prepared. I wing that shit because I know what I want to talk about, but then depending on his answers, we can go elsewhere. And I saw where he was going with certain things, and it made me, ask him other things. And that's how you do it. You don't necessarily, if you have a list of questions you want to ask, it looks like you have a list of questions. You'd rather just have it flow and just shoot the shit with the dude. Hey, Alex, thoughts on the Freedom Convoy? Badass. Trudeau's a fucking homo. They're going to try to do that here, and there's going to be agitators, and they're going to ruin it, and they're going to have swastikas and Confederate flags and say that it's full of right-wing racists, Proud Boys in the trucks. Bet me. Alex Gutierrez says some channel support. I sent you an email regarding the GT500 welds, but not sure I got the right email, says Alex Gutierrez. Alex Gutierrez, I got the email, but you got to understand the fronts will not fit a GT500 because they're 17s, and I don't think I want to split the rears up. I want to get a different set of fronts, and I want to sell the fronts and rears that are currently on the car as a set. So it should fit any other S197, but I don't think it'll fit a GT500 with the big, massive brakes. Thank you for the $50 massive donation. I appreciate that very much. We also have Matt 2011 T says, bro, you're a tuner, but your talents are in this, man. No, I get it. My talent is this. This is what I like to do. This is what I'm good at. This is what comes natural. Tuning isn't. Tuning is my job, and I love it, and I love the people I work for and the company. But my talent and what I'm really good at is this shit right here, 100%. People are going to complain no matter what you do. Awesome interview, Alex. Great info. Real ones recognized. No tune required. Cold air intake for an '07 Shelby. Safe power long run or leave it stock. Want a little power. No tuner. In Cali, yeah, you could throw a aftermarket. But the thing is, what would be the difference between a no tune required cold air intake versus stock? Unless the filter design is different, unless the tube inlet is designed different, because the MAF housing is going to be the same diameter. I don't know what you're going to gain from that. You know what I mean? My semis are ready for us to hit the Convoy, says Florida Street Import. Supposedly they're talking about doing one from California to DC, and I guarantee because the US is full of some fucking weird people, they're gonna fuck with you all the way. They're gonna make it seem like you're racist. They're gonna make it seem like it's January 6th. They're gonna say this is a January 6th takeover. This is a coup. They're gonna say crazy shit, and you guys are gonna potentially look bad unless you weed out the bad apples. And then hopefully, look, I'm down with that shit. But what do I mean to say? This is how fucking political bullshit. This is car shit. I don't give a fuck about politics, bro. Alex, do you think you'll always own a Mustang, or do you eventually completely move on from Ford? No, no, no. I'm a Mustang fan, but I will never buy new again. I will never buy a new. Mark my words. Unless they come out with a twin turbo hybrid, 700 horsepower, 3.5 twin turbo, badass motherfucker, high output, I am not buying a new Mustang. I am not buying a rear wheel drive S whatever 50 Mustang ever again, because by that time ICE will be gone, internal combustion engines will be gone. Ford Mustang will be a long forgotten thing. It'll be crossovers, it'll be SUVs, but unless they come out with a coupe that has all wheel drive, 700 horse, dumb shit to compete with like the funny thing is no Mustang ever will compete with what the Plaid does. Well, it's $130,000. Okay, no Mustang stock will compete with what a Model 3 Performance does. Fucking runs 10s, handles awesome, beats the shit out of Porsche GT3 RSs and road courses. Like, the Model 3 Performance is a better car than any Mustang on the planet, period. In stock form. Modified, completely different ballgame. When do you think the next interview will be? Apparently, Alex Ortega doesn't listen. Abel, give me $5. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. $5 is $5 is $5. We got Alex. Did you see the article about the Hispanic dude that was picking up dead iguanas, putting them in his car? Once the heat was on in the car, there was 70 iguanas going apeshit in the car. Yeah, they do like a long, they don't die. They kind of just freeze and then they kind of come back to life depending on how long they've been out. Alex, I heard Ford is coming in with a 3.5 liter in the Mustang soon. If that's the case, it better be all-wheel drive. It better be 700 horsepower with a all-wheel drive technology and a hybrid technology, and it better be badass. If it's going to be some piece of shit and you're putting a 3.5 in it just to save gas, fuck you in the ass. I want nothing to do with it. The GOAT has retired. Tom Brady, he has retired. The GOAT has retired. Oh, cheaters should not go into Hall of Fame. Like Barry Bonds. I am blown away. I am blown away. If you're one of those cuck ass bitches that says Barry Bonds should not. Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before he was fucking on steroids, dude. And then on steroids, he was a monster. If the steroids did that, how come everybody wasn't doing that? If it was the steroids doing that shit, why didn't every single motherfucker hit 73 home runs? That guy was unbelievable. He got walked 200 times one year and hit like 370 and like 60 something home runs. The best year like ever, period. Shit, after this 2017 Mustang, I'm moving to the Charger with the leather couch in the back. I love it. I'll probably go with older cars. I'll be honest with you. I've always liked some of the older stuff, Fairlanes, not Fairmonts, Fairlanes. I like some of the big-bodied Monte Carlos of the early to mid 70s. I've liked GNs. I've liked Buick T-types. I've liked the Typhoons and Cyclones. Obviously, I can't buy that because they're expensive and shitty. But I've liked the thought of, the thought of it. So I would delve into older cars and then do stuff like that if I do keep the channel very car centric and want to do other project car shit. But Mustang, I'm not gonna buy any new Mustang. They can suck my dick. They can suck my dick. By the way, did you guys see who is back with their bullshit? So Chevrolet decided to put back the stupid fucking I understood the assignment thing. They took it down during my show. Let's see if they take it down again. So check this fucking thing out. No, do not share tab audio. They are back with their bullshit. Yes.
I'm big fine, too confident.
Oh, sucking on your dick, bitch. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, pussy, bitch, asshole.
I understood the
What the
assignment.
fuck is wrong with you, Chevy, with your TikTok bullshit? What is wrong with you? Matt 2011 GT says, I have 2 Coyote long blocks in my garage, plus the one in my S197. These will most likely be the engines in all of my ICE cars for the rest of my life, unless things really change. Unbelievable. Chandra high-end drivetrain V6 twin turbo hybrid. So, and he's gone, and he's fucking gone. He's fucking gone. I'm sure that's the route a lot of companies are going to go. Again, 3.5 EcoBoost, all-wheel drive, 700 horsepower. That's the only reason. That's the only way I'd jump into any of that bullshit. GM swap is where it's at. How come nobody in dragsters run Ford? Nobody in dragsters run Ford Motors. Who runs a GM in a fucking dragster? What? It's all Hemi, dude. Please shut up, Mr. Tyler. Please shut up. Are you the new Beatrice Riviate? Are you his cousin? Chevrolet gets worse and worse as the years go by, says Kanye Asada. The Chevy CEO is a dumbass. She's absolutely a dumbass. She still holds to the thought process that they are the leader in EV. Meanwhile, I think they sold 3 cars, and Tesla's fourth quarter was ridiculous last year. I like the King Von one better. They make these stupid ass little TikTok commercials for motherfuckers who can't afford their shit. 100%. Cringe. Turvey backup account. Maybe it is Turvey's backup account. I can't believe that Chevy allows that shit. Like, Chevy, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You're still, I'm sucking dick. I'm eating. Have you heard that song?
I'm big fine.
Let me, did I already do this? Did I already, look at 6ix9ine talking all that shit.
In front of 10,000 people, and you're going to feel dumb, stupid.
I love it. What is it? I understood the assignment lyrics. Lyrics. I think I already did this, but I want to get caught, I can't even spell lyrics anymore. I'm big, fine, too confident. I don't need your compliment. Bad bitch. I'm dominant. Trunk busting. I got diamonds in it. She taking it. She ain't trying it. He keep calling me crying, bitch. Damn, Tay, you killed this. I understood the assignment. Okay. All my bitches piped up. Then you find like, duh. Keep that pussy like, duh. He robo, he can't hug. Bitch, you fine. Rolly got, wait. Valentino, King Dom, what the fuck? 2 shots like a free throw. Jet skis for the Weeco. This ain't from the Weeco. Shout out for my free codes. Good job, Chevy. You stupid ass motherfuckers. What the fuck is wrong with you? Dumb. I love it. I love the ridiculousness that is modern times. Like, I'm old, so I would see these commercials come on and they were witty. They were fine. 90s commercials were witty, fine, kind of sexual. Like, in the 90s, motherfuckers were just banging shit. Motherfucker was just banging. And there was Trojan commercials were funny as fuck. MTV, people were basically having sex on MTV all nonstop. The spring breaks were basically strippers showing you their twat on camera at 2 p.m. It was crazy. Now we got, I understood the assignment. TikTok having ass, stupid having a
Live in front of 10,000 people, and you're going to feel dumb, stupid.
I love Tekashi's stupid. It's like the best sound clip ever. I'm Union. I don't support Biden. Whoa. Hey, change your name. They're going to find you and fire you. Dodge is the only company with badass commercials. Misunderstood the assignment. Alex spitting them bars. Yes, I was snapping. Yeah, it's so stupid. Oh, fuck me. MTV Spring Break, where I think it was like 95. I know I'm old. That was literally 25 years ago. No, 27 years. Fucking 27 years ago, bro. Fucking, that's like, Jesus. That's like someone my age. Or like if I was like, if I heard someone say back in 1962, I'm like, oof, that's a long time ago, old fart. And now I'm like, back in the 1900s. Have you guys noticed that you literally lived in the you can literally say I lived in the 1900s? Unreal. So what is going on here? Someone talking shit? We got to toss somebody. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me see. I was saying, B Turbid says, I was saying, I bet I could out jackass the guy. I don't know what he's talking about. Don't insult B Turbid like that. What is going on? B Turby's talking all this shit. Just leaving a like and nice interview, Alex. Thank you, AJ Narcisse. Great interview, Alex. I just picked up some 800 horsepower DSS axles for my supercharged Gen 2 manual. Make around 800 wheel. Will these hold up on hard launches at the track? Love the show. Hey, look, if you got tire shake, it doesn't matter what you got. You'll break shit. You'll break shit. Just because it says 1100 horsepower and you make 800, if you got massive tire shake, you will break shit in the wrong spots. Okay. So be mindful of that. As long as you don't have any tire shake, if it starts to walk, just let off the gas. Don't be riding out any tire shake, and your axle should be good for a long time. How does Nardi like his ESS kit? I don't even think it's installed, to be honest with you. My son said that to me, the 1900s. Right. Like, Alex, when were you born? In the 1900s? Because we're 22 years into the 2000s. So now we literally lived in the 1900s. Tyler Dirty deleting messages. Gotcha. I don't know. Who was Tyler saying? I want the welds for my shit ass 3 valve, but let me know if you're willing to ship the set. If not, no worries. No way. Come on, man. You know how much money's going to cost me to ship those fucking big ass tires? It's going to be like $300, dude. I mean, big stupid money. No good. Shit, I've been around since 1973. It's not Tyler, it's Tyler, not Turvey. Got it. My great grandma was born in 1895 and died in 2004. Lived all 3 decades. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that sentence? My great grandma was born in 1895 and died in 2004. And she lived in all 3 decades. Do you mean centuries? And this is the guy that got me the computer, by the way. I'll get you your money. It's still pending. It's still pending on the refund, but I'll just throw some money in the bank and send you money because I don't want you to wait any longer. But badass. I'm hoping that your computer skills are way better than your math skills because goddamn, this is great. He says, "Oh my God, hey man, he's like, I'm so hungover, gotta love it. Common Core math. No, he's an older cat. He's over in the West Coast too. Didn't know she was 30 years old. Yeah, she had a time machine apparently. I love that we are so literal on this fucking chat. It's not even funny. She was 30, says Money 540. That's an old bitch. I bet Oscar would still hit it if she bought him a GT 500. Ooh, that dating channel reference. Gotta love it. We understood the assignment. I lived over 4 decades. Woof. So did I. Man, she lived in 1895, 1900s, and 2000s. Man, those 3 decades were crazy. What'd she look like? What'd she look like? Alex has that leather satchel balls sack going on. I can empathize, guys. I've sat on my balls and it's hilarious. Like, one of the funniest things you do when you get a little older is you start remembering the things you made fun of old people for. Back problems, knee problems, ankle problems, sitting on your balls. Great stuff. Oh, 30-year-old grannies are hot. Cracking up so bad right now. Beach Riviat says a decade is 10 years. Motherfucker, how slow are you? The dogs are going crazy upstairs. How slow are you, bro? We moved on. We're on to the next. We're already asking her Insta. We're already asking where she at. Give me some photos. Where's she? And you're like, a decade is 10 years. This motherfucker. B Turvey is slow. He does have a V6. B Turvey correcting Michael Nunn. Oh, good shit. We got One Slow 50 says, thanks, Alex. How would I prevent tire shake? I have C to stop the hop kit. Thanks for the knowledge. Honestly, that's going to do a lot for you. Like, the red car had everything. It had the inserts. It had to stop the hop kit. It had the rear shocks, rear struts. I'm sorry, front struts, rear shocks, their springs. That thing just planted and would go. By the way, I got to get him his title. I ordered it. Should be coming in soon. I'll just ship it to him. So sorry for the long wait. It's just COVID has everything fucked up down here. It's kind of crazy. Okay. I hit that fucking like button, says exactly. I sit on my balls at 27. My dad told me wearing briefs instead of boxers would prevent this. Absolutely. Wearing boxers just dangles your dick all over the place. Boxer briefs is where it's at. If I get in the pool, my balls float. That's how old. Alex, we're old enough that our balls almost hit the water in the toilet. Not me. My dick almost does, but not my ball. I guess I don't have low hanging balls like that. Crazy shit. Holy shit, I'm gonna have a seizure because he's still laughing at his shit. With him being that slow, he had to Google that shit. Imagine Beto Ruviate was like, wait a minute. Why is everyone laughing? Why is everyone laughing? And I don't get it. Decade. Oh, it's 10 years. 5 minutes later, hey, it's 10 years. We've moved on to talking about GT350s and axles and stuff. And he's like, oh, 10 years, decade. Fuck me. B Turvey, your problem with authority is why you're poor. Alex, take it easy on Turvey. Takes a while for your words to come out of the speakers through his helmet before it gets to his ears. Wow, the roast session has officially begun. You guys are all about that bullshit. I like it. Big Joe 1 says, any good replacements for a BDX tuner since they don't make N gauges anymore? Look, what we fuck with is the RTD. There's also the RTD Plus, and I'm sure they're going to come out with a plus, 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 plus. They supposedly fixed the TDN app, so now you're able to supposedly load tunes with the RTD Plus via the phone, so no laptop needed. And supposedly, we have to now make configuration files so that they work with the TDN app. So that means a specific configuration file for the specific vehicle for the fuck my ass 30 different configs. Engage, put it in, hit fucking log, Sasso. What's that smell? Done. That's okay. We're going to work with it. So the RTD, that's your Huckleberry. Son. Turvey has eyeballed everything for 3 decades. Do you think it'd be a good idea, says Rilla Nation, for the Mustang to come out and he's gone? Mustang come with something called the 297, go back to that kind of body style. The S297? I mean, I wouldn't put it past them if they went backwards. Look, that's what they did with the S197. The S197 was a 60s, late 60s, early 70s variant of that style. I don't think they do that. What I want them to do is go, okay. Do you know when I'll officially feel old is when they make a retro styling Fox variant on a new Mustang. Like imagine if they take cues from the Fox body, sucked in lights from the SVO, weird wings, cool wheels like the SVO. The interior seats have the red piping with the gray. Oh, if they start doing shit like that, I might have to buy another Mustang. We'll see. Damn, even Pat the Wan in on the rose. Pat the Wan is like a nice gentleman, and he's like, fuck you, Turvey, you're gay. Gotta love it. Dougie Trey says, beat Turvey, Thousand Air, finna find another room in a double wide. Pat the Wan says, beat Turvey, they are meant to address the 47 voices in your head. Hey, that actually rhymed. I managed to steal an N-Gauge for $350 last month. Good for you, Giovanni Sanchez. Monday, I came in, opened up the ticket system, and I had like 8 new N-Gauge orders, not brand new N-Gauges, but new customers with N-Gauges. I'm like, where the fuck y'all finding N-Gauges? Then you plop in the N-Gauge number, and it's been passed around more than certain people's moms. And I'm just like, holy shit, this N-Gauge has been in an S550, in an S197, in a GT500, and in a 2020 in a 2020 Gen 3 or whatever. So I was like, wow, I was blown away. Only cool Ford would bring back the Fox. Imagine if Ford brought the Fox body back in a weird, like a notch. Wasn't there a rendering of a modern notch somewhere? Oh, don't be doing that shit, Ford. Ford, don't be doing that shit. Don't be playing with my fucking feelings by bringing back some kind of notch-inspired new Mustang that kicks ass. Don't be doing that shit. Highly recommend being slightly high and watching this show. Has me laughing so hard. I think we all know Turvey in real life. I know I do. We all know a Turvey in real life. I know I do. Dude is a goober, but he's my goober. Alfredo Diaz says, I think the Fox is the only Mustang that doesn't share looks from a previous generation. I think every other generation has a tri-bar taillights or a variant of headlights. Exactly. So imagine if you have an 87 to 93 inspired new Mustang and they kill it with the design. Similar to like a 911 where you look at it and you go, okay, it's a 911 inspired design. Now they're wide. Have you seen a modern 930, whatever the fuck? GT3R, whatever the fuck, and a suck a dick RS Turbo S9, whatever the fuck. They're wide, they're big, but it is a distinctive shape that you go, I know what that is. So I wonder if Ford would do that. They'd have to get rid of the current people in there because they're fucking sucking the bitch out of the fucking government. They have the hands on the balls and they're stroking away. And I need someone to do cool shit again. Any update on 21 F150 tune? Still not available. They are big bitches. Alex, a new Fox body would be such a big hit. I think so, but that only for guys like us. Look, Pat the One, Matt 2011 GT, and all the people that are my age, we are right now living. Remember when you would watch Barrett Jackson in the 2000s and a 68 Camaro, 69 Camaro, 70 Chevelle started getting 90, 100, 120, 170 that you're like, whoa. Now our generation's cars are getting that. Fox bodies, Grand Nationals, very distinctive 80s vehicles. We are living in, again, I said this a long time ago in this chat. The Fox body is our 60s Camaro. It is. It is just our 60s something. So people that like the Celine, if you get a clean Celine with a low miles, if you get God, a 4i Celine to me is so fucking badass. Gray. There's a guy up in Massachusetts has a 4i gray Celine that I want, but he's probably gonna want $50,000 for the car. But I think it's so badass. I love it. I wouldn't do shit to it. Just get ice cream in it. The modern Fox would be a Gen 3. Oh, it's gone. Sorry, when I click it, like 50 comments pop up, and it's difficult to maintain everything. Some channel support sent you an email regarding. Already got that. I have 2 Coyote long blocks, and then we got highly recommend being slightly high, and then we got backdraft Cobra support. Says Chase, thank you, sir. I appreciate you very much. A new 4i. Imagine a new 4i. I would totally buy a new Mustang if they did that. Imagine if it was a 3,500 pound made power like a Gen 3 Coyote. You're not wrong. Updates on the backdraft Cobra that I don't have, the $100,000 car that I don't have. Tomorrow, I'm going to drop off the Fairmont at Mikey's shop. Flatline Racing. No, it's Chamberlain Motorsports, West Palm Beach, Florida. Motor's going out, taken out. Transit's going to be taken out. He's going to mini tub it potentially and front tubular on it. And we're going to figure, and I got to get a small block Ford K member and throw it in there. And then we're going to party and see what, then I'm going to start shopping for small block Fords. Ford would bring out the Probe EV before any Fox body inspired design new Mustang. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Could you imagine? You missed that Mandingo design, the coils, Dustin. A Fox tribute would be cool. What if it becomes the Maverick or Bronco Sport or two? Oof! Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Yeah, I remember killed my dream of owning a 69 Super B. Man, don't care how bad a Fox rides. I'll keep mine forever. I'll have a 4i again. I'll have a 4i notch again. I guarantee it. Just when I get to that, I received my oh Jesus, sorry. I received my statement in the mail, how much this channel made last year. I won't say, but it's pretty good. And once if I could triple that number, it'd be difficult to stay employed anywhere else. That's a nice number. And if I could triple that number, I get me another Fox. Whatever the fuck you want for it. You go, whatever you want. If I could triple that number and stay with Lund Racing, oof, bro, I'd be doing okay. I'd be paying a lot in taxes though. A lot of taxes. It's going to be the E-Fox. If Volkswagen is remaking the 60s Bug and Nissan is making Skyline parts, and I'm sure brand new classic Foxes would be well received. They probably end up AIDS powered. Unfortunately, look at what is the name of the company that does new bodied 60s Mustangs, and they're $100,000+. What's the name of that company? You guys know. Let me know. For I had for me, what would happen if the big three just said screw EPA and built the cool cars we want? They'd get shut down by the government. They'd literally get shut down by the government. They work for the unions, run the car companies. and if it's a Democratic president or administration, and they'll say, "Hey, go on strike, fuck them," and they'd be fucked. Taxation is definitely theft, except for my paycheck. Any update on 21 F150 tune? Okay, motherfucker, you ask one more time, you're gone. They probably make a V6 or EcoBoost 4-banger. It'd be sad. Alex needs a kid to keep some of that tax money. Yeah, okay. Do you know how expensive it is to have a kid? You think you think kids are free? You don't think I gotta feed the motherfucker? Fuck that. So basically, pay $30,000-$40,000 a year to fucking keep this motherfucker alive, just to offset, 8,000 in taxes. Come on, stop it. Alex, is the apartment and cars tax write-off on the channel? I don't have anything being written off. This year is going to be the first year I'm going to actually get the business license thing, do the whole thing, and start writing stuff off. But this year I'm going to get super fucked on taxes, which is okay. I just stroke a check and say, here you go. I have a 4i that's swapped and road race inspired with a complete interior, and I cannot keep myself from driving it. My car I bought to daily is for sale because I don't drive it enough. Good for you, Alfredo Diaz. That's how you're supposed to do it, in my opinion. Ford will bring back an all-electric probe or any color would be the anus pink. Anus pink? Isn't it brown? Alex, were you a big Punk fan? He was so good. Sorry if I'm puffing on the mic. I apologize. The filter thing is difficult to mount on this thing, so it'd be pretty difficult. I'd have to hold it with my hand. Imagine Twins. No, thank you. I definitely buy a new Toyota truck with the V8 than to buy the new F-150. Tired of these questions every day, says Jared Wells. Exactly. Anyone talks about the F-150 tuning, I just fucking boot today. Fuck it. My eyes roll back every time I read a comment from B-Turvy Racing. It says, Bill from CJ Pony Parts. Constantly taking someone to the doctor. Kids or a car payment. I'll let you know in a month, Alex. Baby's on the way. Oof, no thank you. The RTR-X Mustang is one of the original Dynacorn bodies. Still waiting for that EV that actually looks good besides a Tesla. That's the thing. It's really difficult because most EVs copy the Tesla. The Mustang Mach-E looks like the Model Y. Not the X. It looks like the Model Y. And I think that was their target audience. Unfortunately, the Model Y butt rapes the fucking performance package GT Mach-E. Like, butt rapes the shit out of it. It's bad, bad, bad. Not if he bleaches. Wire hanger and a sock. Put the filter on like a condom. What is happening? New Toyota truck does not have a V8. Exactly. I think it has a turbo 6. Heavy bleach and scrub pad. Wow, you guys like to fuck up, raw up your assholes. I'm good on that shit. Nissan is still putting 5.6s in the Titans. I was hoping you could find something to inspire you to play the trainee soundbite. Babe was able to latch, but not getting any milk. I don't have that on here. Guys, I have no time. So tomorrow, if I got some time during the day, I'll start loading the stream deck with the good old fashioned shit. Must be the only YouTuber that reads all the comments, says Big Joe 1. I do because look, you guys matter, and that's why I think you guys are really involved in the chat. There's 400 people on the chat. Usually, I don't get 400. I used to get the most people I had on the chat at one time was 11 or 1,200, but I would do the show once a week, and then I think I started to get shadow banned because I started to use a lot of sound clips and shit, like stuff.
And
like
we
this,
say bye-bye.
and then just talk a lot of shit, and this stuff like that. So it would get copyright stuff, and then they're like, "Nah, let's shadow ban this channel." Why don't they make a Ford GT with a motor from the Mach-E? That'd be a weapon. Twin Six just got her first one in at work, and can't wait for all the recalls at Toyota. Basically saying, Maverick, it's cheap, but for $27,000, overdrive 30 miles per gallon and can tow 4,000 pounds. Have you seen anyone turn one up yet? Been kind of fun. Fuck that shit, Jonathan Vince. Maverick is fucking gay as shit. Get the fuck out of here. It says we matter. You do matter. Every single one on this chat matters, okay? If you pay, if you don't pay, look at me. I have highlighted Vitor Viate, a kid that probably has an extra chromosome or two and has probably the worst build I've ever seen, but I'm going to shout him out on this shit and say hi because he is our Beetlejuice. Did you find the valve stems for the new welds? Yes, Macho Matt. They were in the center cap box. I couldn't believe it. I already got them mounted and everything. They look great. Where is my phone? They're mounted on the tires, but they're not mounted on the car yet because the battery's dead. So I'm charging the battery, doing all that bullshit. Okay, sorry. I don't want to do that. I don't want to look at the phone while I'm on the chat with the people. We are customers. We don't suck again. You don't suck again.
Oh, no. We suck again.
Bro, there's a show called Smiling Friends. Dude is breastfeeding and says, "Don't bite daddy." Possible sound clip. The training day clips are legit. Training day clip. Where is this one?
My nigga.
And then we have where is it? I don't think I have the whole thing. Have you do the Mike Tyson Danger Zone? We sent Alpaca R2D2 man screaming Failhorn. Yeah, no, I don't have the whole one where he was like, "I'm gonna put cases on all y'all motherfuckers." Big Joe says, "Thank you for that." I just noticed the background changes colors. Yes, the light is on in the background. Just having something to have you guys look. Turvy Lives Matter. SN95 becoming a new Fox body. Yes. So right now, if you want to get into a cheap Mustang, SN95 is your shit because Fox bodies are now classic, sought after, rare vehicles. I literally had like 6 of them in my driveway at one point. Capri, a green Capri, a black Capri RS, a 87 notch auto, and a 82 GT T-top. Shit. You know how much I can get for that shit right now? At least 3,800 bucks. Those things are trash. Tow only 1,000 pounds. What the fuck are you going to tow? Most trailers are over 1,000 pounds. Members' lives matter, says Tyler Hornsby. Straight up, no filter, and funny as fuck. Thank you, Big Joe. I appreciate that, sir. Beetlejuice Turuviate. Beetlejuice Tur. Oh my God, it is Beetlejuice Turuviate. B Turuviate. Beetlejuice Turuviate. Members' lives matter. You're probably the closest thing to a friend he Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Let me go all the way down. We got Save Turvy, Matt 2011 GT. Chat is divulging. Boys, we got 5 minutes. Make it count. No, guys. This is an hour and a half show. We have 35 minutes left, guys. The OG Talking Shit Tuesday show is an hour and a half. So we'll be here till at least 9:30. Can you adopt me? You know, I've heard that before. Okay, put a thumbs up in the chat. And let's be real here, okay? Let's be real. Put a thumbs up in the chat if he's snoring. Oh, sorry, homeboy snoring. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you are younger than 25. Okay. And then if you're younger than 25, do you somehow look at me like a father figure? That's so weird to me. But it matters because some people don't have like a male person in their life that they can count on every day. Homeboy went out for smokes and he was gone after that. So I didn't know that a lot of you guys are younger and you look at me as like a authority in whatever. And I was just like, really? Because in my mind, look, the older you get, you still in your head think you're young, right? Your body tells you different, but you still think in your head you're 18, 19, 20. And sometimes when you sit on your balls, you're reminded that it's not the thing. But no, when you guys say stuff like, "Can you adopt me, Alex?" I know it's tongue in cheek, but I've literally had on the dating channel another gentleman say, "Yo, no homo or nothing, bro, but like I look up to you, man. You're like fucking. You don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't do dumb shit. You like cars." And I'm like, my life's not bad. So a lot of people I think get up in here and they're like, not necessarily a father figure, but an authority figure that they look up to. And I appreciate that, but I just always wondered how many people are younger and look to this channel for that kind of guidance when we're just honestly just throwing out and talking shit. Guys, we should all chip in and get Turvia use the M90 for a T-Bird and go with those gears. He'll eyeball the installation on that one. Almost 4 decades here, says Dan Curry, 36, Monty Rogers, and I just want to be friends. And Monty 540 is 56, 36, 16, Twisted and George is 44, Sam K is 36, Nick Santarpia says, I don't see you as a father figure, but I definitely respect you. No, Nick's cool. Nick's a friend. Nick is legitimately a friend. He's been there for me for many things, and I if he needs anything ever, bro, I got him. He's good people. And everyone has their fucking age on the chat. Age, sex, location. Let's go. Age, sex, location. So we're gonna go age. This is an old guy shit. Sex, location, and you can put whatever you want for sex. It could be anything. Age, sex, location, ASL. Before you guys had Tinder, back in the 1900s, before you had Tinder, Match, Hitch, fuck, shit, cunt, it was just a name. It was just a name. Like, underscore 69 daddy AOL. The funny thing, guys that still had AOL emails back in the day kept them. So sometimes when I'd be like, can I get an email for you? He goes, yeah, King Daddy underscore 69 at AOL.com. And I'm like, Bro, you could get another email in Gmail. Nope, they keep the AOL email. It's crazy. I would say you're a cool car, dude. Vinyl Freaks and Company's 30 years old. My dad recently passed away and he was really into cars and got me into them as well, says Slow 99. You are the only person I get my car content from now that he's not here. Oh, come on, man, you'll make me cry. Stop that. I appreciate that very much. And sorry about my condolences, your dad passing. For a man, there is no more traumatic thing that can happen to them than losing their dad. No more traumatic thing. That's the dude. That's like God. That's like the man. If you had a good relationship with him and he passed, forget it. Look at Tom Brady every single time he talks about his dad. Fucking guy loses his shit. And I understand. 100%. Super, super respect. Yahoo Messenger, damn, I'm old, says Michael Day. I still have my AOL, and I'm 39, says Just a Whip. Feels bad, man. You're an inspiration, buddy, says Douche Did It. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I don't have my AOL account. I used to have a Yahoo account, and I stopped using it. I think I had PayPal set up to it, and I'm about to change all that shit because I don't think PayPal's not going to start sending you fucking 1090, whatever the fucks. 1090. The fuck is this? 1099s. They're gonna start sending you 1099s, bro. So if you've made over $1,000, $500 over the year, if someone sent you over $1,000, you're gonna get a 1099, brother. I never had a dad, says Big Joe 1. There you go. My dad's actually coming to South Florida. First time seeing him in 4 years. This should be awesome. Good shit. Thank you. 1099. Appreciate that. Anyone have a Mike Low LS engine in their Mustang? Says Gil Silva. Okay. Whatever. My dad lost his dad when he was a teenager, and then lost his brother when he was 21, and then his mom got breast cancer in his 30s. Oof. My God. I've been lucky, man. Mom and dad are still alive. They're not with it anymore, but they're still alive, and I'm a grown-ass man, so, but it's still, like, the moment dad passes, it's going to be devastating, 100%. Did you have MySpace? Of course I had MySpace, guys. I was out there doing some trifling ass shit, okay? The best thing you can do to get out of your, like, we talked about this on the dating channel, is the best thing you could do and hope for is to get out of your 20s without a kid and without a bad STD. Everyone got herpes. You ever had a cold sore? You got herpes. So, but that's the best thing you could hope for as a young man. As long as you don't get a STD and have a kid and you're out of your 20s, life's good. Alex had Moco Space. How shitty does the gas mileage get on a Ghost Cam tune for F50? Not good. Yeah, it drops a couple miles an hour, especially if you're just kind of cruising around town and it's chopping a lot. None blank, it'll definitely drop a couple miles. Again, it's not meant to be a tune for driving on. It's supposed to be go to the car show, choppity chop, and drive it home. We're going to be talking about this muscle car era when older. This is, guys, you don't understand. We're in the middle of the best era ever for cars. Best era. Guys, we are building 7-second stock motor cars. You know, not me, but we in the community. We have gone with an IRS Mustang 720s. Okay, Midnight Performance built one. Stick shift cars are in the 6s. Okay, H pattern stick shift cars in the 6s. That's a ridiculous. Over 200 miles an hour. I mean, stock car, stock engine can 1,000 horsepower with bolt-on stuff. I mean, not bolt-on stuff, turbos, fuel, and you're good. This is the best era ever for ICE cars. Wait until electric goes full retard. I understand it's not the same thing. I understand the sound is not there. I understand it's boring. I understand it's not sexy. I understand that it's never going to be like ICE. But the EV muscle game will make this game look like fucking shit. Trust me on that. Michael Nutt says, way rather have an STD than a DUI, and I'll never get one. Damn, look at him talk all that shit. ICE is in full front double bicep. ICE right now is in there flexing, and this is the time. You can build everything right now. So 10 years from now, you'll still be able to build shit, but old shit, not new shit. Look at right now. 21 F-150 can't get tuned. And we're in 2022. 21 Mustang can get tuned, but it doesn't have the full Billy Badass sauce availability in the calibration. Guys, we used to have that stuff immediately. Immediately, we had the sauce shit, and we were going fast now and figuring it out as we went along. Now, we don't even have access to half the shit. It's crazy. I never used MySpace, says Mendoza's Coyote. My son was born when I was 21 in the Army. Now we're super tight and working on shit together. Never had that with my dad. He passed when I was 9. God damn it. God damn. Is it worth getting an old body S197 GT500 instead of a 1314 like 070? Yeah, not much different, right? I mean, not much different in terms of power and potential, but there's a lot of difference in refinement and tuning for sure. But if you're not tuning it and someone else is tuning it, you won't feel much of a difference. Look, the interior sucks on all those cars. All S197s have a shitty interior. 0709 had the door flap thingy that just kind of came off and shit, but that wasn't a good look. But in terms of power, 07 to 09 is badass. 10 makes good power too, but it's a bastard child. 10 GT500 had a iron block aluminum head and knock sensors ish, wide bands ish. It had like weird in between year stuff. Same thing as 2010 Mustang. Like 2010 Mustang GT is such a piece of shit because it's starting to share newer electronics with older electronics. So when you try to make like a swap harness for it, it wouldn't interchange with older 3-valve stuff. It wouldn't like be the same thing. You'd have to make like a specific swap harness for the 2010, specific swap harness for every 3-valve. That's why Power by the Hour said, we're good. It's not that big of a deal. Oof, nothing like having a dad. Nothing like dad having a 3311 B-Cam Fox and he tells you to fuck off, can't work on it, even says it to this day. That is, shout out to Beetlejuice Churroviate's dad. What are you going to do to his car that he can't do? Eyeball the gear install? He's seen what you can do. You need to get your skills up first, Beetlejuice, and then you can work on that car. B-Cam, oh. 2010 Mustangs in general were bastard children. In the next 5 to 10 years, we will be the Mustang 2 era again, so live it up. Exactly, guys. JD Swag says, Alex, I'm glad my friend showed me your channel. He said it would be easier to watch and listen to you instead of him explaining. Thank you much. And yeah, okay, so in the next 5 to 10 years, just like Alfredo Diaz says, he's right. The next 5 to 10 years is like 1973 through 1981, where the gas crisis, cars are trash, V8s were barely making 160, 170 horsepower. You had weird shit. You had TAs with turbos coming off of one manifold only, weird stuff. And then again, muscle car era was super badass, super badass, dumb shit. Then we had the Ice Age, basically. The Ice Age meaning shitty cars, bad, mid-70s, trash. 80s came around and Fox Body, and it woke up. GN, Cyclone, Typhoon, everything started kicking ass. 90s was good. Then, Mustang went to sleep between 94 and 2002. Then 0304 Cobra. Then they went to sleep again during 3-valve. Then they woke up during Coyote and shit was badass. One for Joe. What's going on? Joe talking shit? Holy shit is pregnant man. What is happening? Ford is offering the EV Lightning and hybrid Maverick for lower price, and they know the competition is light years ahead of them. Pops walked out in my adolescence. So hard to learn through others' experience and role models. I think I'm pretty good. I'm a good head down worker. Frank S550. That's usually the way to be. Can you imagine where Turvey got his skills from, Alex? HBO pay-per-view in the house. That's probably the other guy that was like someone else. What about 2021 Mustangs? No tunes available? What? No badass tunes, meaning the super good shifting. Flex tuning is not available for 21 Mustang through Lund Racing because we like to do it a certain way. So all you get is a pump gas tune and an E85 dedicated tune. You do get ghost cam tuning. You do get trans brake wired in, not through the tune. For 21 Mustang, you can do a Whipple, you can do a turbo, you can do a Odin, you can do whatever, and it'll run good. But the Billy Badass shifting, the Billy Badass stuff that we did on 18 to 20 10R80 is just not available for 2021 yet because we don't have access to all the tables we need. Plain and simple. Just like that. I remember when the 79 came out. Shit led to chat, but we'll watch later, says SVT Snake. B Turvey says he's good now. Laughing my ass off. Boy, you lost. Just saying, but telling people that you tune their car is kind of a flex. Just saying, but you telling people that you tune their car is kind of a flex. What's he talking about? Theo Alex, what does it take to make 300 horsepower in a 302? Oh my God. 300 horsepower? Shit. Like a TFS top end package like a TFS top end package seems to be about high 200s to the wheel. We're talking flywheel, or we're measuring behind the neck, or we're measuring to the tire. Boy, you need some pretty good stuff. You need some porting. You need a pretty aggressive cam, high revving stuff to make 300. Yeah, it's not easy. on a regular 302. I think it's what, a TFS top end package or something similar to that. I think you could do it with a stock bottom end. Fox Body guys right now are screaming at the TV, B cam and AFRs, idiot. You know, but I went 1170s with a stock heads, F cam like an idiot, air gap intakes, Holly 750. So there you go. Pat the One says, Alex, when the next TDC? Buddy bought a date who hammered and wasn't a good look and have to test the girl before introducing to the friends. Red flag. Wait a minute, what? Buddy brought out a date who got hammered and it wasn't a good look. Have to test the girl before introducing to the friends. Absolutely. You can't just introduce anyone to your friends because you're going to look like a fucking idiot. Plain and simple. So probably tomorrow, but we'll see. Damn, yeah, our Luna born 3 decades ago. Can Lund tune my Model S plaid? Twisted Wedge has TFS 1 heads and long tubes, and a tune says Poon Syphilis. Mustang 2 notchback with a clean leather. Okay, who cares? Gordon Kemmerling. Alex, I shaved my balls so I could more accurately measure from behind my balls. Bitcho is huge now. Love it. Best memories when my dad told me to replace his brakes on his service truck by myself. Then I almost crashed a bitch because I never pumped the brakes before test driving it. Never told him. Good man. We should all chip in and get to review out the 74 convertible Mustang for content. Did they? Wait, they didn't make 74 convertibles, did they? They did not make a 74 Mustang too. No way. Oh, come on. Number lock, 1974. Oh, come on. What the fuck, dude? 1974 Mustang. I don't think, though. There's a kit, so that means they didn't make them convertible. Wait a minute. It looks like they did. It looks like they did. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my. Is this factory? This can't be factory. No way this is factory. They did this? Why did they do this? I don't know why they did this. Why in the fucking hell would anyone do this? Oof, my God. A convertible Mustang 2? Why? That's my first question. That is hideous as all hell. That is so fucking hideous. The car is hideous. Then they tried to make it GT-ish, Cobra, the Cobra 2. Remember the Cobra 2? And this is the Gia. This is the Cobra 2. Wow, the gayness, the fucking, oh my God, the AC/DC music fucking coming out of this thing. Oh my God. But there was a notch version. This was not cool, but there was a quote unquote notch version. Then they had, wow, what a piece of shit. I can smell that car. I can, like, you know what the interiors of these cars smell like? Remember the movie Starman? The first place I ever saw a car like that was Starman. And if you don't know the movie Starman, fuck you. Starman Mustang. It was a red Mustang, and it was kind of cool looking. Yeah, this is the first time I ever saw a Cobra 2. And I go, okay, that car's not terrible, but it was. It was awful. But yeah, that was the first time I ever saw Cobra 2 with the movie Starman. Basically, he's an alien, comes down, crashes on the planet. He has to get to this fucking crash site. This chick used to be hot back in the day. And he has these little balls, and those little balls allow him to bring things back to life. Like he ran over a deer, he brought that bitch back to life. You know, oh, look at that. That does okay. See what I mean? With some imagination and a lot of money, these things can look. That is a good looking car. I must say that's weird, but pretty good looking for what it is. But man, Starman, good movie. Check it out. Thinking about Coyote swapping into Mustang too. That'd be stupid. Tremendous waste of money. But I understand why you'd want to do it. I totally understand why you'd want to do it. I wouldn't do it. I would. Fuck no. Sign me up for a custom fuse panel in one of those. Smells like cheap sex and rock and roll. Alex, you still keep up with Valley Racing's videos? I don't. I just kind of trailed off. If any video that I watch is Desert 1320 video, no offense to the Valley Racing channel. I just stopped wanting to see guys flipping quarters for 40 minutes. That's all. I just like, yo, man, that's enough of the flipping quarters. Let's see racing. But he has his audience, and I hope he does well. DIY Shane says, Starman was a good movie. I thought it was really good. If you guys didn't like Starman, you might want to see it. It was pretty good. It's weird. Did you ever miss the Genesis as a comfy, reliable daily every fucking day of my life, dude? Ethan Boost, I might still buy me an old Genesis R-Spec if they get down the price to like $6,000. Red light stop, green light go, yellow light go very, very fast. Wow. You remember that movie. Tyler Hornby says, weird ass question, but I'm eating them right now. What's the best flavor Jolly Rancher? That is a weird question. That Mustang was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Cook Mode gave away Mustang 2 in one of his raffles. Good for him. So it took, 3 years to get the money, to get the car to be given away? Crazy stuff. There's a dude who did a Mustang 2 with a Triton V10 in a Corvette trans axle. You don't like watching Gravity Finesse $100 coin flips? Nope. I'm good. Cuckmaster Flex, Blue Raspberry, Green Apple, and Grape. Of course, Anthony says Grape. What's your favorite Gen Mustang? Fox Body. If you're talking Coyote, Gen 2. Gen 2 is just badass. Coyote, Gen 2 is everything, is life. I own a Gen 3. I used to own a Gen 2. Love that little car, but it had to go. And the white car is fast becoming very fun, but there are reasons to not like it as much as Gen 2. But the Fox Body era was, to me, the best era ever. To this day, I still love it. Grape, y'all are gross. Awesome job with your interview. Thank you, Mad Motorhead. I appreciate you very much. It was a long time coming, and I was so happy that he was willing to do it, and so happy that he was so descriptive in his. Look, Ben Stoner is such a good guy, and we talked a little bit about Jeremy. We talked a little bit about. I like that one. I called his other tech ZZ Top, and I don't say that like to make fun of him. Like, you look at him, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. But lighthearted, everyone's cool there, no drama, no bullshit. And Ben Stoner represents that company so freaking well. That's why I think they're going to do well. They have great leadership up top. Not a Coyote says, can you restart? I just got here. 86 notchback, hands down, absolutely. If I can find a picture of that old car, I'll put it up on the chat one time. That was a nice little car. I know this probably is a no, but would you buy the welded Lumistars for section 8 to match the weld beadlocks? Yeah, I would probably buy the weld 2.0s in the front at 17s, weld 2.0s in the front, S71s in the back, and sell the current set for like, I don't know, a couple grand or something like that. I'm partial to Gen 1, but soon it'll have the heart of a Gen 3. We built a notchback, 77 notch, ugly as shit, but 11-second street car. The owner also had an awesome brown Fairmont. Gen 1 Coyote is the best manual Mustang to buy. I agree. For manual, Gen 1 is the best to buy. What mufflers do you have on the Fairmont? I have MagnaFlow, just straight through motherfuckers, like straight through, like bullet style mufflers. How much more did the hatch weigh? Don't know. I forget. Honest thoughts on the Gen 3 Coyote. Just got one. Powerful. Good, but not reliable. Just not reliable. MT82 has fork issues. 10R80 drives like absolute ass. But if you just want a fast NA car, the 10R80 is pretty damn quick for what it is, and lightly modded makes really good power. Then the manual, good with an E85 tune and bone stock if you have a performance package car. The moment you start putting boost to it, things are going to start going. But the axles, for whatever reason, seem weaker. The Gen 3s have intermittent intake cam issues. Gen 3s have non-round cylinders on the block. The fuel pumps are a problem. Look, I had the lemon law one because everything went to shit. Alex, I have a Gen 2 making about 800 wheel. Is 800 safe than Gen 2, or should I pull it up? 800 is safe if you have E85 and the thing's making good power. But if you're like 800 on like Boostain, no, don't do that. E85, 800, I'd rock that shit all day. At Rich 50 says, I think you have that backwards. Okay, what's happening? Gen 1s are cool, but Gen 3 looks the best. Gen 3 does look really good, but I don't think it looks much. A 2014 Ruby Red Mustang is really nice. Right? I think Beefcake Racing had a 2014 Ruby Red Mustang with black wheels, and it looked fucking baller. Beefcake Mustang. It was ruby red, I think. It was so pretty. Images. Let me see. Yeah, look at that. Ruby Red Mustang. That was a nice car. Wow, would this picture take him to fucking potato? What in the fuck is going on with this thing? Share screen, Chrome tab, and we're gonna do Beefcake Racing Mustang. No audio. There we go. Share. So yeah, this was Beefcake's car, and that was a very good looking car. Very, very, very good looking car. I liked it very much. He used to have an older car, the Vortec car, that was a Billy Badass little thing, but this car was clean, and I liked it very, very much. 2014 10-second shop car, perfect little car to fuck around with. I love that car. F the chat for Carlos SVT. F in the chat for Carlos SVT. What's going on with Carlos SVT? Let me scroll up, see what he's saying. S550s are ugly. Got it. Gen 3 with the drag pack and cowl hood looks baller. It does. They're good looking cars, but look, I think I like all of them. I like the S197. I have one. I had a Gen 2 and I had a Gen 3, and I like them all. Which one I drove the most? The red Gen 2. Gen 3 is the best for a daily, says any builds. Gen 2 is the best for boosted balls to the wall build. I agree. My only complaint about the twin turbo 1080 is the 6.7 shift. I absolutely love Gen 2 cars. Can't wait to afford one. I have an 11 Kona Blue, but Magna Red is the best color to get. Magma Red is the best color to get. Very rare, 100%. Ashley Fox in the house says, good morning, King Bicho. Burritos says, was I dreaming or didn't you make a video with a ruby red car when you had the black car? Yeah, that was my ex-girlfriend's car, and it wasn't ruby red. It was 2013, had candy apple clear coat tinted. It wasn't ruby red. We need that SMB story. SMB? We talk about SMB. SMB? I don't know what you're talking about. S197 Boss 302 and GT500, I think, look the best, but Gen 3 does look clean. I like them all. That's just my opinion. I like them all too. I have a 2012, but even I agree they're ugly as fuck. I had to buy a lot of stuff to make it look good, especially ugly ass headlights and taillights, says Mendoza's Coyote. Do you like the new Ford Abyss gray? Oh, S&B story? No, that's not. It's not. I can't talk about that shit yet. It's not that big of a deal, but it was a funny story that I say S&B in jest because the company that is going to become that or was going to become that supposedly sold something. And I want to talk about the shit they talked about me when it looked like I was down and out. And I want to call them out by fucking name because they deserve such treatment. Fuck them in the ass. Okay, we got here. Illuminator Gen 3 short block or built Gen 1 bottom end. Illuminator Gen 3 short block. Fuck. Boy, I mean, how built is the Gen 1 bottom end? I like the deeper head studs and bigger head studs, deeper threads and head studs for Gen 1. But what power are you looking for, True 50? YDBT had the red Mustang with the peanut butter interior working at triple at Taco Bell. Yes, it was the peanut butter interior, John DiNapoli. S&B, got it. I don't know what orange color is the 2020 S197, but that silver stripes like the Shelby's is suck. Oh my God, he needs to stop. He needs to stop. I think the shine is worn off of Mr. Beetlejuice Turriate. Beefcake is the best anytime I have questions. He personally talks to me through issues. Shout out to Terry, says Tim Rich. He probably works for Terry. I remember the vid when you broke third gear. Yeah, people made fun of me for that. Bro, I made good money on that video. That was good shit. Fuck them forever for talking bad on my boy, says Douche did it. Can I work for you? I need a job. I enjoy it. I don't have a position to fill. Sir, if you get a 3-valve, you'll fit right in. I think he would be light years ahead of what he's doing right now if he got a 3-valve. 100%. I have a Gen 3 Block Boss 302 heads, Gen 1 timing, and 2300 Utterbrock 18 PSI, 800 horsepower. That's pretty damn good for 18 PSI, dude. Comment of the week for Turriate. We're good. We're good. Turriate, he's got enough airtime. Like, there are guys that don't like Turriate. They want me to talk about certain things, this and this and that. Like this guy, Kevin Dotsey or whatever, fucking lives on Memorial Drive or some shit in Chicopee, Massachusetts. And he's like, oh, I don't like you talking about Turriate. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll talk about you then. Fuck you want me to do? What's with Gomez and Beefcake? No idea. I don't follow the beef. I don't care. The new RTD really drains the battery big time. I just got an RTD and they made me read my car and it took 20 minutes. Killed the whole battery after. They thought my PCM was bricked. Luckily, it was the battery. Guys, when you flash your car, it's a good idea to put a charger on it. It's a really good idea to put a charger or battery tender on it at all times. Y'all hate 4.6 4-valves as much as 3-valves? I mean, depends on which one. The Cobra ones are pretty sick. The Mach ones, I think one were the same ones, but they're okay. They're not fucking badass. I think the Navigator 4.6 4-valve, or was it a 5.4? What was a Lincoln Navigator 4-valve? Was it a 5.4 4-valve? I think it was a 5.4 4-valve, or was it a 4.6 4-valve? Let me know. Let's not get crazy. Truvy, start with a 2-valve. He can get a 3-valve for $4,000. He would just do that and stop wasting money in a money pit. But again, it's his money. Chase M says 5.4, I think. That's the 4-valve that I like. The Navigator one. That's the one that I like very much. Yeah, I would definitely get a 4-valve Navigator motor for the fucking carburetor. Ooh, could I do that with the Fairmont? For like cheap money, just for shits and giggles? Could I do that with the Fairmont? just for shits and giggles, a Navigator motor with a carburetor and like a fucking 200 shot, just for shits and giggles in the meantime. Thing will be sticking out of the hood all stupid, super front heavy. It's stupid. I'm good. Shout out spark plugs. Exactly. That's the problem with those engines. Yo, Alex, I have a Gen 1 on 85 JLT intake and an FFE. How much faster is my Gen 3 1080 going to be? Just stock 85, waiting on a retune for an RD. You're going to a jet. Your Gen 3 1080 car with a tune is going to be a jet ahead, a jumbo jet ahead of the Gen 1. I guarantee it. It's not even going to be close. They're massive. Yeah, those motors are big, fucking big, just massive size. Only one way to find out. Saw a guy on spray Alex run 8s with a junkyard Navigator motor. Yes, on a notchback. I saw that too. John says, haven't been able to log my twin turbo F150. Rain sucks. Alfredo Diaz says, don't think there's much aftermarket with those Navi engines. Yeah, it's just basically rods, pistons, and hopefully the spark plugs don't shoot out the bitch, and that's it. Nav motors with stacks. Basically the same motor as 05 Ford GT. There's a 4R out there with that setup. Yes, it's been done pretty cool. It's different. Yeah, but I'd rather do a small block Ford. I want that choppity chop like a fucking homo. I'm all done with that shit. I'm all about that bullshit. All right, guys, let me get out of here. It's been an hour 25. Don't have to go all the way to an hour and a half. This is plenty. Had plenty of people on the chat. Plenty of people provided content, and Mr. Truviate got way too much play. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Tomorrow I'll be on at 5 o'clock, and then on Thursday I'll be on at 5 o'clock, and then I'll see if I can lock in Mr. Joel Steele, talk about how he came to be, the car, the setup, the future, and the beef. That's kind of the whole thing with that. But I don't think I'll air that until the weekend or so it marinates over the weekend. And then I'll talk to Mr. David Clunkerton. I want to talk to him about some LS stuff. And then if Mr. Joel Granis wants to rebut what Joel says, depending on what he says, cool. If not, because I don't know him from a hole in the wall, so that'd probably be difficult to kind of interview him because I don't know anything about the dude. So I'll have to do some research on that and see if you guys give a shit. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 p.m. YDBT Dailies right after work. Talk a little shit for an hour, and then we'll get after it. Give you daily shows, and I'll keep working really hard to get interviews and content and videos. I have a bunch of stuff in the stack, basically just waiting, but I have to do the payoff stuff, especially on the white car. White car's been on C16 for 3 or 4 days. I've already burned off a quarter tank, having fuel pump delivery issues, so I got to figure out how to remedy all that shit. All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow, 5 p.m. for another YDBT Daily. Thanks for hanging in there. Talk to you guys later.